Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a quick comparison of the OnePlus 70 and the OnePlus 7. So OnePlus 70 is the upgraded variant of the OnePlus 7. So in this video we'll talk about what are the upgrades. Is it really a worthy upgrade over the OnePlus 7? So in case you are already using OnePlus 7, should you upgrade to OnePlus 70? And if you're looking for a new smartphone below the 40k price segment, is the OnePlus T the better choice, or you can even buy OnePlus 7? So which is the better choice here? So that's what we're going to analyze in this video. So let's get started with the comparison. So first step, the design and build quality. Now looking at the front panel, you can see that what OnePlus has done with the front panel design is that the notch has become a bit smaller. You can see that on the left side we have the OnePlus 7 T rather, and you can see that the notch on the OnePlus 70 is a bit more smaller than the notch on the OnePlus 7. So that's where OnePlus has done the design changes. And even also looking at the bottom bezels, you can see that OnePlus 70 bezels are kept to again minimal. The bottom bezels are lesser than the OnePlus 7. So design language has definitely improved. Even though there is a notch, the notch size has also come down, and the major change is in terms of the back panel. So you can see that it has a completely new design language for the OnePlus 70. You can see that the camera unit is circular unit, while we have a vertical aligned camera on the OnePlus 7. And you can also see that this back panel has this frosted glass finish, while on the OnePlus 7 we had a glossy kind of finish. Both were glass and metal, but still we would say that the design has drastically changed, and OnePlus 70 definitely looks better than the OnePlus 7. So that's the design aspect. So it also feels, even though there is a slight increase in weight for the OnePlus 70 over the OnePlus 7, it still feels lighter, because you can see that the edges have been tapered and the thickness has been reduced. So it feels quite good in hands, even though it has a larger display and also slightly heavier in design. So in terms of design, definitely the OnePlus 70 looks better. So next, let's talk about the display. So we have OnePlus 70 with a 6.55 inches full HD plus resolution display, while we have a 6.41 inches full HD plus resolution display on the OnePlus 7. Now this is a fluid AMOLED display, while on the 7 it's an optic AMOLED display. Both have the Gorilla Glass 6 protection, DCI P300% HDR10 enabled display. Now the difference between these two devices in terms of display is that the OnePlus 70 has 90 Hz refresh rate. That's the same refresh rate we are seeing on the OnePlus 7 Pro. That actually shows up on the display on the OnePlus 70, so it is definitely superior than the OnePlus 70 in terms of display performance. The touch response also feels quite smooth, and overall the animations looks better on the OnePlus 70. Now talking about the software, so both the devices have Oxygen OS. We have the OnePlus 70 running on Oxygen OS on top of Android 10, while it is on Android Pie on the OnePlus 7. The 7 is already slated to get the 10 pretty soon. So in that aspect, we would say nothing much change here. So both are pretty good in terms of performance, and one of the few smartphones which offer really great seamless experience in terms of the performance. Now there is an 8GB RAM variant, that's the base variant on the OnePlus 70, while the OnePlus 7 came with a 6GB RAM variant. Next, talking about the performance. So we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset on both the phones. We have the 855 Plus on the OnePlus 70, which is a newer chipset. The clock speed has been increased to 2.96 GHz, while it was 2.84 on the Snapdragon 855 on the OnePlus 7. So there is definitely an improvement in terms of performance. And the gaming experience is quite similar. We don't see much of a difference because it's not noticeable actually, but the 90 Hz refresh rate definitely helps in better overall experience while gaming. So that's one advantage. And also the Adreno GPU, the 640 GPU is clocked higher than the OnePlus 7 because of the new Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset. So performance wise, while there is no noticeable difference, we still would go with the OnePlus 70 because it's a newer processor and also slightly better clock speed and GPU performance. Now moving on to the cameras. So this is one area where we have seen the massive difference. We have 48 megapixel primary camera on both the phones. It's a Sony IMX586 sensor, but while on the OnePlus 7 we had just a 5 megapixel depth sensor. Now we have a triple rear camera setup on the OnePlus 70 with a 12 megapixel telephoto lens and 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. And the front panel, it is again a 16 megapixel shooter. Now the camera on the OnePlus 70 is definitely better. It is improved. We have wide angle mode, telephoto lens, and the cameras have been optimized. So here we would say definitely the OnePlus 70 definitely has an advantage over the OnePlus 7. So overall, in terms of the camera performance, with two additional lenses which has telephoto and wide angle mode, the OnePlus 70 is clearly the winner. Now the selfie is more or less same. It's a 16 megapixel shooter. Now that's the camera aspect of these two phones. So if you are more particular about the camera, the OnePlus 70 is definitely a worthy upgrade over the OnePlus 7. Now moving on to the battery life. So we have a 3800 mAh capacity battery with a warp charging 30T, while we have the regular charging, the dash charging on the OnePlus 7. So the warp 30T is an upgraded software optimization. Even though the charger is 30 watt, we have an upgraded optimization for the software, which makes it even faster in terms of the charging time. But we have to check the battery life once again, because this has 90 Hz refresh rate while it's a 60 Hz refresh rate on the OnePlus 7. So battery won't be much of a difference because both have almost equal capacity battery and similar processing abilities. And we have Android 10 on the OnePlus 70, but the 7 is also getting the Android 10 pretty quickly. So now talking about the overall aspects, should you upgrade from OnePlus 7 to the OnePlus 70? So we would say that from OnePlus 7 to OnePlus 70 isn't a major upgrade. Even though cameras are improved, we would still say the OnePlus 7 is still a good device for at least next 6 months till the time the OnePlus 8 or probably the next iteration comes in. So you shouldn't be definitely really upgrading to the OnePlus 70 just because of the cameras alone. But if you are a person who is looking to buy a new smartphone below that 40k price segment, OnePlus 70 is definitely a great device, especially with the great design, build quality, the upgraded cameras, Android 10 and warp charging 30T. So these are some upgrades. So that was the comparison of the OnePlus 70 with the OnePlus 7. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. This is Dhamal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.